Who's speaking?
Wake up. You're not supposed to fall asleep until halfway through the services. Good morning. How is everybody?
And now you know why we don't play that song anymore.
Gosh, 28 years. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Yay!
Unbelievable.
Yay for us! Yay for us.
We'll tell. I think we'll just kind of share stories as we go. Some of you have heard some of these stories. Most of you probably have. Who knows? Unless you're here during other anniversaries, and we tend to tell some of the stories and remember some of the other ones. I forgot to say something about that one or whatever. But we used to have cats in the church. They lived here. Yeah, no, see, you didn't even know that. And how that happened was in our very first location. Actually, you know, Jan and I had talked about, now, let's go back even further. We were going to another church that still is in existence here, big church, and very active. We loved the church, loved everything they did about everything. A couple things, but you know, no churches are perfect. And so we decided to become lay pastors. And they had asked us, and we said, well, yeah, I think we could do that. What is that all about? Well, you got to come to the first meeting. And okay, so we went to this first meeting, and all the things that we had been doing because we wanted to do, all of a sudden were requirements. Yeah, we're the wrong people to say that kind of stuff to, including how much we were going to give for the next year. We had to put it in writing, and we went.
We never said anything to one another.
We never said a word to each other. So we went home. Next Sunday, we just kind of
didn't quite get ready in time.
And the next Sunday, and
didn't quite get ready.
It was probably 4 or 6 weeks. I don't know. It was weeks. And we finally said, one of us said, "Why aren't we going to church anymore?" So we finally had that conversation, and
just took all the fun out of it.
Yeah, everything. So, well, what are we going to do now? So we checked out some other churches, and just traditional churches. You know, you got to do this. You should feel guilty about not doing this, so you better do this and you better do that, and or else God will get you. You know, all the stuff that just annoys the heck out of us. And so he says, "Well, can we start our own church?" No, you can't do that. How? We're not supposed to do that. So, but as time went on, a few weeks, we said, well, you know, how would we do that? Yeah, even if we could. So we went to a friend of mine that was an attorney, and I said, how do you do something like that legally? He didn't know. He said, well, most people will do it in association with another church, so it'll be a branch or whatever, so you kind of use all that hierarchy and information. And we go, yeah, that's not going to work for us. So we actually looked into unity very closely. We kind of, we had some similar ideas to unity. So he says, maybe we can do that. So we kept trying to get a hold of the unity group up in Spokane.
I even contacted the main branch.
I know.
Nobody
ever would get back to us about starting a branch down here at all, which was kind of odd. So that didn't work. So we went to, we actually found there was another church in town, and they were also pretty liberal in their thinking, especially if you consider liberal, conservative, I don't know. It's different when it comes to Christianity. So we went there. They were interested in us becoming the pastors because we had already gone and did everything. We were ordained, and what are we going to do now, and all that kind of stuff. And so they says, well, yeah, you could do this. Here's your book.
You have to teach from that.
You have to teach from that. You mean all of our sermons, we don't even use the term. We just call it services. Messages. And they says, but you have to do everything out of this book. Yeah, that's not going to work for us. So Jan had a newsletter that had hundreds that went out every month.
Yeah.
All over the place, way back when. And so she put it out there that we were going to have our first services at Choices and Changes which he was a
Appropriate.
friend of ours, had that business off of Columbia Park Trail. I don't know if it's still there or not. Might be. Yeah. Okay. So we talked to him. Says, "Do you know anybody?" Actually, we just said, "Do you know anybody that has a conference room we could, rent or whatever?" And he says, "Well, I do." Really?
I've always wanted to help a church get started.
Yeah. And it's like, no
Okay.
way.
So here we
So
are.
we had our first service there, and he had cats. This is a long story that rolled around to cats. So during services, cats would meander in and out and
Lay across the communion.
lay across the communion stuff. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Just like home. So we said, well, now this is kind of fun. Well, and then about 6 months, well, it was more than 6 months, 9 months later, we were getting too big, and we needed a permanent location, so we went in downtown Kennewick, and all kinds of stuff from there, and came here 20 years ago,
Went to the
19 years
We
ago.
went to the Humane Society to get a cat.
Because we were used to having cats, and everybody says, well, why don't we have a cat at our new location?
We walked past this one little cage, and I looked back, and the cat was on his back with his arms sticking out. I thought, well, I think we've been chosen. That was Merlin, our first cat. And then when we moved here, we had a yard sale before we even opened the doors. And so it was a 2-day thing, and it had rained, so we covered everything with tarps and came back up the next day and pulled the tarp off, and there was Toby Cat.
Just popped up and said, hi.
Hi. And so we gave her away with food in a box and everything.
Because we already had a cat,
'Cause we
so
already
we
had
can't do two
Couldn't
cats.
do 2 cats. She came back, found her way back, gave her away again. Next Sunday, she was back. So, well, I guess we have 2 cats now.
Yep.
And so they kind of didn't like each other at all.
And we had to take her to the vet to get checked out because Mary used to go here. She's probably out there
Hi,
still.
Mary.
Hi, Mary. Said we got to take her to the vet, and it's like, okay. So we took her to the vet, and she's just a few months old, and she was pregnant.
6 months.
And they took the BBs out of her side, and they took the string out from her neck that was so tight it was almost under the skin.
Poor little thing.
Poor little thing.
You couldn't tell because it had just been, anyway, sad but true. Anyway, Mary Lilga adopted all 4 of the babies, and then
To try to find them homes.
Toby came home here
Yeah.
and lived here for years.
Yeah. Many
Until COVID.
and
And then she went to her forever home, and she was babied until she passed a few years ago.
Yeah, it hasn't been long. She lived like 19 years
Yeah.
or something. Long time. But yeah, that
Time
was
for
Toby.
another cat. Well, if the reason it was okay to have another cat is we had people that would come in every day and play with her and pay attention to her and all that stuff. And
Even
we
if she
had
got out,
classes all
she
the
didn't go
time.
anywhere. She just like went to the end of the parking lot and said, I'm not going anywhere.
This is my home.
This is my home.
Yeah, I got it good here. I'm staying here. Yeah, so we don't really have the staff to be able to take care of it.
Yeah, over the years, numbers have been all over the place. We know that we can put like 120, 125 in these rooms because we've done it before, but we haven't seen groups like that in many years.
Yeah.
But with the people online and everything, so anyway, that's just anecdotal. Anyway, we do have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin. Yay, George and John. And that's another story in itself. George said, if the Cincinnati Reds were really the first Major League Baseball team, who did they play? I don't know.
By themselves, I don't know.
And John Lennon,
A-team.
we've got this gift of love. But love is like a precious plant. You can't just accept it and leave it in the cupboard or just think it's going to be okay all by itself. You've got to keep watering it. You've got to really look after it and nurture it. May or may not want. If I had known grandchildren were so much fun, I would have had them first. True. Great grandkids are pretty fun too.
That's pretty fun.
A great dad makes the greatest grandpa. And says, I'm retired, do it yourself. There's all my stuff. I got too much stuff, that's the problem. Oh, you know how all this stuff got started? We've been doing this for probably 27 and a half years or so, not sure. The first location, so like I says, we were there about 8 months, I think. Every Sunday, we would start the service out, not doing stuff like this, but doing a skit.
He did a skit.
I would do a skit most every single Sunday for a point, that would make sense to us, and people would go, oh, yeah, okay. Because some people are very visual, and other people react differently. So we did that forever, and then when we got to our other location, it's like I was skitless. We gotta do something else. So we started doing this kind of stuff, and so we've been doing this. And from what we understand, there are other churches now that start with jokes.
Didn't used to.
Yeah, didn't used to. So,
And the
anyway.
reason we do that, as if you care, but the reason we do start with jokes is it's impossible to stay disgruntled and laugh at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to stay in distress and laugh at the same time. So by laughing, then we can let it go. It's hard to let go of stuff. Sometimes we get kind of bound up with worries and fears and concerns. And this is just one way to release and be free.
And during our guided meditations at our other location, we had chairs against the wall. There were head prints all along the wall from people going
Falling asleep.
during the guided
But we
meditations.
don't care if you fall asleep. If you fall asleep
Never
in
did.
church, that is just a wonderful compliment because that means you feel safe and you feel comfortable.
Yep.
So I don't care. Makes me no never mind.
So there are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or be the mirror that reflects it.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Yep. And for those of you who don't know, yes, I broke my shoulder.
You should not be using it at all.
Well, there we go. Even he says I don't have to wear it all the time. Just got to be really, really careful. I can't go here. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. 1,111,000. Anyway, 111 times 111 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a palindrome.
Isn't that the
I had already
coolest
done
thing?
that. 111,111,111. So
Do it yourself.
couldn't do it right then. All right.
Somebody who had way too much time on their hand.
Yeah. Love will blossom anywhere as long as someone's there to care.
True.
And Robert Louis Stevenson, which actually I am a long distance relation of, my family is, a friend is the present you give yourself.
Amen to that.
I love that. And when we smile, the world seems brighter. When we smile, our cares grow lighter.
Again, laughing is good.
Yep. So we had an elderly lady. And when I say that, I mean she was definitely in her 90s. I don't remember. She was Dorothy, yeah. And the more off-color the joke that I told, the more she just loved it.
It's hilarious.
And it was hard for me to find off-color jokes that were just barely enough that we could tell them in church.
But you did your searching. You did.
I did.
You did those kinds.
I did those guys. Yes, thank you. Where am I?
I don't know.
let's do this.
Where are you?
I was somewhere else.
I don't know.
I'm talking too much. Imagine that. Okay. How do you tell an elephant from a dozen eggs? Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to send you to the store. Why do elephants walk sideways through grass? To trip the field mice. It's like,
You're
what?
afraid of mice.
Yeah. What's gray and has 4 legs and a trunk?
An elephant.
A mouse going on vacation. Gosh. How do you get down from an elephant?
You fall.
From a duck.
Who said that? That's correct.
What'd you say?
You don't. You get down from a duck.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you
Yep.
get down
How do you
from a
get
duck.
down from an elephant? You don't. You get down from a duck.
Ooh.
You, my dear.
I think I heard that when I was about this.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. That would do it.
Remembering that
would
is a
do
whole
it.
other thing. We got stuff happening this week.
Yes, we do.
We got, after church today, we're going to have snacks. Yay! And then Beth is doing the divine messages after snacks. Monday is
What is that? What do you mean divine messages?
Ask Beth. Beth is the one that knew that
It's
joke.
just so much fun. You just get to pick cards for your upcoming month.
Big
Your
cards for your
name,
upcoming month.
role, and
So if you come next first of the month, you'll get to do it too.
Ancient one's message for you, so it's really great.
So if you only come once a month, just come on the first Sunday.
Or you can do it online.
Or you can do it online at in our website.
Yes, just click on the title, Intuition.
For anybody that hasn't visited our website,
Oh,
there is
it's
so
a
much
ton of
content
stuff.
there. Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
Thanks to Beth. Monday is A Course in Miracles with Nina. Raise your hand, Nina.
Thank you, Nina.
Wednesday is Followers of the Way, and I'm going to do that via Zoom. So I'll post on the church Facebook the Zoom link.
What is Followers of the Way?
That is Jesus stuff without religion. I know. And then Saturday is one of our discovery seminars, and we'll be talking about near-death experiences. That's a journey to the edge and back, and we've got a couple people who are going to share some stories about that. Jackie here and Cindy there. We're going to be talking about their near-death experiences and give you a chance to ask questions if you'd like. So that's from 10 to noon, $30 per person, $50 for a couple. Bring a friend.
And the
So
reason we do all of these things coming up, we never used to do things quite like this. But the reason we do now is because we had our expo that we did for 20 years. And that was a good portion of the budget for our church. So we stopped doing that because it was a lot of work.
Well, COVID kicked our butts.
COVID
and then
kicked our butts.
The last one we were going to do, the hotel canceled us. And it was like, okay, here's our sign that it's time to do something different. So we're doing something different.
So we do all these things now to try to help round out the corners. So.
Yep. In December, we're going to have a reading event, reading jamboree. So you'll pay one fee and then get a bunch of readings. In January, we're going to do manifesting. In February, we're going to do Love the Self. And I'm really hoping my brother is going to be in town and to be able to share some more of his insights about the saboteur for us, so that overcoming the saboteur. And then in March, we'll do Angels and Spirit Guides. And then in April, the Empowered Woman. And whether you're male or female, you get to come in because we'll have that feminine energy. And then after that, I think we're wanting to do pet communication, all kinds of weird stuff. So stay tuned, more fun stuff happening.
Cool. And just to kind of end our beginning here,
Indoor beginning.
we have always honored the Native American traditions. You know, we haven't worshipped them or anything like that, but we've always definitely honored them because they have a lot to add. They really do. We had the Wanapum's chief's wife come talk to us one time, and I remember so distinctly it was hysterical. She was in the back of the church before anybody really got here or anything, and she was looking at all the things on the walls. Everything on the wall has a story of some sort. Somebody either made it or, you know, whether or not, you know, Odette made that for us. You know, we had somebody else paint this wall. I mean, all kinds of things. Anyway, and we heard her on the phone. I think she was talking to her husband.
The chief.
And she says, shaking her head and saying, I don't know what kind of church this is.
No, her exact words,
Okay.
I don't know what the heck kind of church this is.
Yeah.
But I'm here and I'm going to do my best. Gotta give her
So that's
credit for
pretty
that.
funny.
Yes.
That was pretty funny.
So before we say goodbye to Phil for this part, what insights or inspirations or encouragement would you offer, folks? We talked about this earlier. Have you forgotten?
Yeah,
So
I did. We talked about this?
Yes, we did.
Oh, wonderful. I don't know what I say. Expect me to remember stuff like that, little tidbits?
I do.
Good.
So
She probably
let
won't
me
remember.
coach you on,
Okay.
on this.
Okay.
Because you were going to tell people about resilience.
It was?
Yeah, never give up. Try something new.
Well, there you go.
This guy, I got to tell you, this guy is not afraid of anything. And Divine Fellowship wouldn't be here without this guy saying, well, I don't know, why can't we? let's just do it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
So we just went to the I just went to the IRS website and says, well, what church? And oh, it's a 501c3. Well, how do we do that? And
Here
we
you
did
go.
that, and
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So-
all along the way, it's always been fearless. This man is fearless because he's driven by willingness to do what he can. So if you want to emulate any aspect of Phil, that would be it. Try. Just
Yeah,
try.
Don't try anything else. Definitely don't try this. Yeah, I have no recollection of that conversation.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Probably, but
on
I
something
can't,
else.
can't think of it right now.
Okay.
There's tons of, there's so much stuff about the church that we could share with you, and I mean, we'll remember some tidbits maybe along the way, but we need to get going.
All right.
Okay.
So I just want to share a couple of brief thoughts for you because the Divine Fellowship logo, code, whatever you want to say, byline is joy, enlightenment, and spiritual sanctuary. We're for joy, enlightenment, and spiritual sanctuary. Those things are really important. That's the foundation upon which it was built. And again, the joy when we were faced with duty and obligation, they just stole the joy out of it. It's like, we don't want that, and we don't want that for you. And here's the thing with joy. If you want to manifest in your life, if you want your life to be fantastic, if you want to have a partner, a new partner of relationship, blessing, be the joy. Find the joy. Now, the joy that I'm talking about isn't necessarily the ha-has that you get from reading a cartoon or some goofy bad dad joke. This is that joy that transcends circumstances. That no matter what's going on, it's there, locked and loaded. And it's unshakable. And when you have that kind of joy, nothing gets in the way. Nothing gets in the way. If you have a hope or a dream or a goal, nothing gets in the way of that because that joy transcends whatever's going on in your world. I have a Bible verse for you, if I can find it. John 15:11. This is Jesus talking. Jesus was real. Jesus wasn't about guilt and shame. He was about joy and love. These things I have spoken to you. You want to know what that is? You might want to go read what happened before then. That joy may be in you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be made full. That's divine goal for you. If you're not happy in your life, look at that, because that's not divine's goal for you. Finding that joy is divine goal for you, and they're here to help you. That's what it's all about, is to bring you that joy. Enlightenment. Enlightenment is bringing new awareness in. Enlightenment is learning stuff. You know, you think the opposite of faith is doubt. I don't think so. Doubt just means that you're looking at it. The opposite of faith is being thoroughly convinced that you're right. Because guess what? When we're thoroughly convinced we're right, we stop relying on faith. We're relying on ourselves. So faith that supports us, faith that brings this enlightened energy into us, is about bringing new insight in. I don't know half the stuff that I could know. Guess what? I've changed my mind a whole lot for 28 years ago. I don't think the same way as I did then. Thank goodness. Pretty narrow thought pattern back then. It was better than the 28 years before that. But we change. Being enlightened is allowing ourselves to grow, is allowing ourselves to think outside the box, is allowing ourselves childlike wonder. I wonder if that could be true. Maybe it's not true for me, maybe it's true for them. I don't know. Let's look at that. That enlightenment. Matthew 5:14. Read this one for you. You are the light of the world. city set on a hill cannot be hidden. When we are open to divine insights, we beam. We shine. Did you know that? Have you ever been around somebody that was like so closed off, you had no idea what they were doing? And then you're around somebody who's open and they're curious, they have that childlike wonder. Which one is more fun to be around? Have you ever been shut down and closed? And then have you ever been open with that childlike wonder? That light lights the world. Got another one for you, quickly. I'm just going to read a piece of Philippians 2:15. Something about that you may prove yourselves to be blameless and innocent, children of God, see above reproach in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation, among whom you appear as lights in the world. People are afraid right now, are they not? And when we're walking around with our lights turned on, we're not. People feel safe with us. Do you feel safe with yourself? Are you safe in your own world? That's what this place is about. It's about coming here and going, I don't know what the heck in the world is going on, but I'm safe enough here. I can look at it. I can take a breath. Right? Spiritual sanctuary. That's a safe place. That's a safe place. Psalms 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Divine Source wants us to feel safe within our own selves. Divine Source wants to grant us that safety. And Divine Source wants us to find it. Will give it to us. Will grant it to us. Something else Jesus said. Matthew 11:28 and 29 and 30. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This world wears you down, doesn't it? Jesus saying, come on. Come see me. When you're stressed out, come see me. When you're weary, come here. Come to the Divine Fellowship. People will walk in the door that have never been here before, and they go, oh, wow, this place feels different. Did you know that? Do you feel that when you walk in? When you walk in the door, don't you feel different? That's because you're safe here. We don't care what you believe. We care that you believe. And we care that you are on your journey of enlightenment, whatever that looks like for you. Now, here's the tricky one. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble. Jesus is gentle and humble in heart. He's not going to beat us up. Never. Never. And you shall find rest for your souls. Your souls are safe. Your souls are safe. For my yoke is easy and my load is light. And I heard somebody say the other day, I was talking to my son about this, and he said he looked up the word, my load is light. And it was like, the load is so light, it's insignificant. And he went, it's nothing. It's nothing. I saw a story once where this horse who had been abused was brought to this farm and this rescue. And the guy, you couldn't get near the horse. It was kicking and things and everything. Well, he finally was able to harness it next to a horse he'd had for a really, really long time. How many people love horses? Got some horse lovers in here? Oh man, horses are just something, aren't they? They are so communicative. They really have a unique connection to humanity. Anyway, he had a horse that was really, really been around a while, steady, steadfast, and he hooked it up to that horse so that, the carriage harness thing. And so this horse would kick and get crazy, and the other horse would just walk. And it was a big, strong horse, so it would help the horse just walk and get going. And after a while, soon this horse calmed down. And it was because he learned he was safe. And that's the harness that Jesus is talking about. Not to burden us up, not say, okay, you got to carry this heavy load of guilt, or you got to carry this heavy load of shame. I think a faith of a mustard seed will remove a mountain of shame, don't you think? But this yoking together is, let me carry your burden. Walk with me. Just walk with me. Remember me telling you the story of struggling years and years and years ago about looking at a Bible verse. I couldn't understand it, so I thought, oh, what the heck, I'm going to go take the dog for a walk. Took the dog for a walk. This is when we lived in Bakersfield. Black lab, and he was a sweet dog. But this particular walk, this dog pulled the whole darn way. It was like he had to pee on that, and he had to sniff this, and he had to run forward, and he had to hang back. It was like, by the time I could see the house. I was so frustrated. I looked at him and said, would you just walk with me? And I heard, the first time I ever heard God's voice say, would you just walk with me? That's all he wants. Just walk with me. And my whole world shifted at that point. And I may never have figured out what that Bible verse meant, but it was okay. Because that was far less important than just walking with him. The dog walked right next to me the rest of the way home. We had this beautiful walk the rest of the way home. Changed my world. Changed my world. And that's what Phil and I created this Divine Fellowship for. Just to give you a chance to connect in a new way. So that you can have that blessed feeling of just walking with Jesus. I know there's a lot of people who are church hurt here. But you talk about post-traumatic church syndrome. I think there's a post-traumatic church blessing. And I think when we've been really hurt in the past, that grants us the opportunity to be really healed now. It grants us the opportunity to really grow now and be blessed now. You want to say something, Phil? Now you figured out something to say?
You can find solace and fortitude at the Church of the Ever-Nibbling Trout.
Oh, yes, true. So if you can't be here, go to the Church of the Ever-Nibbling Trout. Go fishing. Whatever. You don't have to be in this building to find God, for heaven's sakes. That's what the walk is about. Walk with him. That's all he wants. That's all that's required of us. Let's do a guided meditation, shall we? Mr. Phil, if you would dim the lights, please, sir. Let me turn this one on. Sorry about that. I forgot. Let's just take a breath and be in this moment. This moment is sacred. This moment is precious. In this moment, you're safe. In this moment, you're blessed. And now with your attention, bring your awareness to your heart space. Do you feel your heart space feeling safe? Allow it to open and relax. And bring your attention to the top of your head. There's an energy portal there. It's always open. It's always connected to Source, whatever that is for you. And with our awareness of that, that will open even more, and that connection can be even stronger. There are many portals above the top of your head. You'll notice which one is right for you today. Maybe it's the purple one, or the blue one, or golden one. Maybe it's silver, or iridescent, or red, or golden, or whatever. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. It is divine love connecting to you and blessing you, And let that beautiful living light of love flow into the top of your head and let it touch your mind. And all fear, there's a lot of things to be afraid about, right? Let all that fear go. That's not your walk. Stress, let it go. Distress, let it go. Bringing love and light into your mind. And letting more and more love and light flow into your heart space. And from your heart space, let it flow through every part of your body, every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, even down into your cells, even down into your DNA. And from this place of divine connection, we're going to take a little walk. Allow yourself to find your way onto a pathway. Perhaps it's an old country road. Can you imagine that in your mind's eye? An old country road. Maybe there's grooves where the tire tracks have been. You might even see imprints of horses that have ridden by. I'd like you to notice if there is a fence on one side of the road or the other, or both. Is there a fence on one side of the road, on the left side, on the right side, or both? Just be aware of that. It may have significance for you. And as you're continuing to walk along, you'll notice that the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. There's beautiful clouds in the sky, wildflowers growing here and there. And you'll walk to the crest of a hill. And when you get to the crest of the hill, you look down onto the rolling fields as they open up below you. You can see a long way. And you'll feel a presence near you. Maybe it's a spirit animal. Maybe it's a spirit guide. Maybe it's Jesus. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. And this allows you to feel safe. Feel at peace. Feel joyful. And you'll see beautiful farmland spreading out in front of you, or rolling hills that haven't been farmed at all. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. And this being that is here for you has a gift for you. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a thought, maybe it's a feeling, or maybe it's a symbolic object. Receive that gift now. And receive it with love. Receive it with joy. Receive it with gratitude. And you realize you have a gift for this being that is here for you. Maybe it's a wildflower. Maybe it's a word or a thought or a hug or some symbolic object. Whatever you have that is yours to give may have deep significance for you spiritually. So give your gift. See it received. Feel the blessing of giving and receiving, because that's what love is. Giving and receiving in equal measure. And as you feel that beautiful peace, this beautiful scene, this feeling of joy, enlightenment, and spiritual sanctuary, allow yourself to find your way back into this time and space, back into the here and now, into this room. Might want to breath in and exhale. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, welcome back. We'll do communion, and then if you have a question about your meditation, we will answer that for you. Mr. Phil, if you join me up front, might want to turn the center light on your way in. Thank you. We have communion cups in the back if you'd like to participate with us. If this is not your thing, thank you for granting us this sacred time. We really appreciate your care and concern.
Tell them about why we stopped calling ourselves Christians.
No. Okay.
Wait. Obviously, we never rehearse anything.
Would you join us in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, thank you. Thank you for granting us a safe place to explore, to discover, to understand. Please awaken the light within us. Please awaken the joy within us. Please grant us safe passage. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
Right, that was bad timing, wasn't it?
Join us in prayer again, please. Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life. All of it. Help us to feel truly alive. Grant us all that our hearts desires, for we know that you will. Help us to see you working in every aspect of our life. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
It's kind of fun doing this during COVID. We're in our front room with the house. Dog in the background, half the time chewing a bone, making noise.
I'll never forget the time that we had that big tree taken out and all of a sudden it was too bright in the front room. Couldn't even see us.
I don't know.
You need a microphone?
I don't know. Probably not.
Do we have a volunteer?
I don't know. Do we? Do we have a volunteer?
Go for it, Bill.
Okay.
We've actually, until very recently, almost always had volunteers doing this, and you never knew what they were going to say. But they were always wonderful. One sticks out in my mind. Little girl, she, I think it was her first time here, maybe second, not sure. Couldn't have been more than 12. And she raised her hand. I went, okay. So she came up. It was the most beautiful message I've ever heard from anybody, from a 12-year-old. But, so anyway.
Thank you. While you have the microphone, Mr. Phil, does anyone have a question about their guided meditation that I could answer for you?
Really?
Okay, then a couple of hands. Yes.
Well, I don't really come from a church background, so it was Jesus, and he anointed me with something, a holy water or an oil.
Oil of some sort. Wow. So an anointing, I just read this morning, as a matter of fact, that I probably couldn't quote the verse for you, probably couldn't find it off the top of my head, but it's about anointing is what they did to heal people, and it's what they did to grant people the authority to do and be better. So you've been anointed, my dear. Wow.
So I had a rabbit, a small rabbit.
A rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it gifted me a cameo, and my gift back was just my open hands, like for it to come into my hands.
Okay. So rabbit is about gentleness and softness, but it's also about a leap of faith. You know, just hop right in, do the next thing, you know, hopping into it. And the cameo is about, well, you know, you've got the black background and then the white profile. Usually it's a profile. This is about clarity, so that you can really see clearly the truth of it. It doesn't have to be smacking you in the face because it's a profile, so it's not. There's things in your life that you're facing that you don't have to face them head on. You'll see the truth of it, and you'll know what to do, and you'll be able to take that leap of faith. And the open hands here, this is welcoming Divine Spirit into your life. Beautiful. Thank you. Anybody else?
I had a question about the fence. It was on
Oh.
both sides.
Both sides. I'm sorry, I forgot the fence. So the fence has to do with, okay. So anybody have one on, this is my left side, but it'll probably look like your right side. So a fence on the left side protects you from your past. A fence on the right side protects you from the future. A fence on both sides protects you. You're doing your sacred walk safely. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
No fence? You don't need it. You're good. Scott, you're just wide open. Do whatever you want to do. You're free. Yes, sir.
Okay, my journey was on an old path that they used for timber hauling. There was actually a railroad line that would take the timber down to close to Sonora.
Cool.
up
Timber.
Highway 108 in California. What I found as a gift was quartz rock. I look for them when I walk around the woods and such like that. This was a little, and as I turned, it's pretty much all white. I could see that there was traces of gold.
Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Every time I turned it differently, I'd see a different fissure. And that was my gift.
I love rocks. I love rocks. So the timber, the road used for timber, this is saying it's really important for you as a human being to feel useful. That's part of your journey, is to be useful. And this quartz that was white and had gold and stuff in it, it's about clarity. But this is about clarity of seeing your worth, and that your worth is not dependent on what you can do for others. You just have value. And it's from that value, then you can share your work with others, and it's a gift, beautiful gift, without having to earn it.
I had fences on both sides, but ahead of me was a clear road, and angels lit it for me.
Wonderful.
And my gift was a beautiful clear crystal, and my gift to them, and this is what I wanted to ask because it was unusual, was golden sand.
Golden sand. Oh. So, clear quartz has to do with clarity, having clarity. Golden sand has to do with how you spend your time. Whatever you choose to spend your time on is worthy work. You're giving value to whatever you put your energy to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That makes sense?
I've got a number of closing songs I can't choose.
Oh, he's got a number of closing songs he can't choose, so we'll have to help him. What have we got?
There.
Forever Young, Spirit in the Sky, and There Is a Dream.
And
and Testify to Love. Anybody have a preference?
I'm hearing Spirit in the
Several.
Sky from
And Testify. Both
and
of those.
Testify. All right, between Testify and Spirit in the Sky.
I testify there's a spirit in the sky. So let's do an energy circuit for the folks online. Thank you for tuning in. Rub your hands together really, really fast. This gets energy flowing. Bringing energy in again from that higher source. Thank you, dear. Thanks. Bring it into your heart space, from your heart space to your left hand back to your right hand. From your left hand to your right hand, back to your heart space. This connects this energetic circuit. And this is, we can now allow energy to build between our hands. We're not forcing it. We're allowing it. And you can feel that energy, can't you? This is divine energy, and it is limitless. Need energy this week? Here you go. So take this divine energy, and whatever it is you set your heart to do this week, whatever you're choosing to do this week, bring it into your heart space and do it and walk with love. God bless you, and we will see you next time. Say goodbye.